Well, he's got gas.
You mean we didn't crash into this island?
Well, actually we did crash, but we crashed quietly.
What are we gonna do, Bunny?
I think we should, maybe we could...
Get to the point!
What are we gonna do, Dave?
I think we should split up into groups and look around the island.
I think we should split up into groups and look around the island.
Look! Over there! It's a Holiday Inn! What a surprise! Is that all you ever think of?
Maybe we could stay there while they're repairing the boat!
All of us? The whole ship?
Exactly! Come along, Bunny!
Yes, dear. A hotel, dear.
Did someone mention a hotel?
The pub, perhaps?
Help me.
Hey, where do you think you're going? You're supposed to help with repairs. Oh, forget it. I'll do it myself.
May I help you? That's very sweet, dear, but we have to make reservations for the others as well.
Yes! We'd like to make reservations for the crew and passengers from our boat!
Fine. Now, how many people will that be in your party?
500.
Will that be rooms with baths or showers?
With
Water beds or curtains?
Water beds.
Mirrored ceilings or tiled floors?
Mirrored ceiling!
View of the harbor or linen service?
linen service.
Spittoons or dry ice?
Should we sign the register now or wait until the others get here?
Oh, no need for that. The hotel is completely full.
What?
Convention season, you know.
Conventions, eh? I heard some of these conventions have pretty wild parties. Girls jumping out of cakes and all that. What kind of conventions you have here?
Well, we've got a group of geographers here to study our volcano. A group of philosophy students on reading week. A bird watchers group from Alcatraz. There's one more, but I just can't seem to remember what it is right now.
Are there any other hotels on the island?
Well, yes, there are, but they're all on strike. This is the only hotel still operating? Well, as a matter of fact, we're on strike too. I just came to get my picket sign.
Welcome to Tongo, my friends. I am Chief Rick Tongo. I hope you find your stay on the island a pleasant one.
Molesting women is
flowers that they wear not satisfaction for your perverted desires?
Right.
I knew it was too good to be true.
Come on, let's buy you a beer.
I'm sorry, but the bars are all on strike.
If we can't drink, what are we gonna do?
We could go on a tour. That would be nice.
Unfortunately, the tour guides are also all on strike.
Oh, dear.
If there's no beer on Tongo Tongo, we'll have to go to some other island.
Alas, the TTTC is also on strike. TTTC, Tongo Tongo Transit Commission.
Oh, now don't get upset, dear.
How long has everything been on strike?
Well, the unions... Easy for you to say. The unions have only been out for a couple of years. The postal workers, however, have been out since 1914.
You haven't had any mail since 1914.
Well, Tongo Tongo gets all its mail by passenger pigeon, and we haven't seen any in about 60 years.
Oh, but passenger pigeons have been extinct since 1914.
There's hardly a difference, Bunny. Now, quit interrupting.
Yes, dear.
So that's why we haven't had any mail in so long. Maybe the transit workers are dead too. Haven't seen any of them in quite a while either.
Can't you just legislate everyone back to work? After all, you are the chief.
Well, I could, but I too am on strike.
If you're not careful, your people will petition for a referendum and have you recalled.
I'm not worried. They're all too busy striking themselves to notice that I'm on strike.
Striking themselves?
Is everyone on strike?
Everyone, striking is the only full-time occupation available in Tongo Tongo. The strikers union is going out as soon as they figure out what they're going to do. Or not do. Oh, my goodness, where does the tongue go? I must be off to fire the postal union executive for pretending that people have been on strike all these years. Have a pleasant stay on our island.
I can't believe that everyone on the island is striking.
Those girls sure were.
But if everyone's on strike, who's running these conventions?
Boy, she was a fighter, wasn't she?
Yeah, that weirdo with her wasn't much help either.
What have you little nerds been up to?
We just saved a lady from drowning.
Yeah, too bad there weren't any sharks in the water. I could have gotten my Jaws 2 merit badge.
I already got mine.
Kidding me? How'd you get it?
I threw my sister in the shark tank at Greenland.
You mean your half sister?
She is now.
There they are, get them!
What's the matter with you? We just saved you from drowning. Yes, how can you be so ungrateful?
Ungrateful, I wouldn't have been drowning if the little brats hadn't thrown me in.
You got a little wet, so what?
A little wet? The salt water's ruined my photographs and made the ink run in my book.
It looks better now than it did before.
You poor one! Your clothes are ripped to shreds!
Maybe there were sharks in the water after all.
What are you bleeding morons talking about? Have you no head in your sudden heads? I am punk.
Well, I think I might have some band-aids in my purse, Miss Brooke. Just a minute.
You're a bleeding twit.
Say, aren't you Margaret Tongo?
Why, yes, I am. Would you like my autograph?
Oh, yes!
Who the heck is Margaret Tongo? You've never heard of Margaret Tongo? You're a pack of blithering idiots. She's an internationally known author, photographer, and movie star.
I'm amazed that one person can have all that talent.
She hasn't any bleeding talent, really, but she's the chief sex wife, and that damn well makes up for it.
You're not kidding she has any talent. She doesn't even drown well. But she might. If she had some more practice.
You lay one hand on me, and I'll
We'd better not take any chances.
Yeah, we better hide our badges in a safe place. Someplace no one would ever look. Someplace no sane human being would dare to go. You mean? Yes! Witches! Right! The rest of it, those poor mice, they're gone!
Well, since there's obviously no case here if they're gone, I can get back to arresting this man.
But they were right here! I don't know how they got away!
I certainly don't want to have anything to do with this case if they got away. The Tongo Mounted Police always get their man, and I wouldn't want to break tradition. Now I must get back to arresting this man before he gets away too.
But I demand that you go after those cows!
Later, maybe, when I'm finished here.
Oh, maybe I'll sue you too! Let's go see my lawyer.
I place you under arrest. On other people's notes. You mean I'll be doing time? In Sing Sing? Boy, am I in trouble. We're going to put you behind bars and throw away the key.
Arrest him? I thought you guys were on strike.
We're not on strike, we're on trial.
For what?
For not being on strike.
But why are you arresting that man?
He's either a smuggler or a flasher or both.
How can you tell?
Oh, he's so naive. He looks suspicious, doesn't he?
Well, yes, but...
Besides, I've been bugging his phone and opening his mail for the past 2 weeks. He hasn't received one phone call or had a single letter. That proves that he's a crook.
But aren't the phone company and the postal workers on strike?
But the postal workers are dead, dear.
A strike, I hadn't thought of that.
See, you don't have any evidence. Let this man go.
I guess I'll have to.
Well, Tyrone, we got you to that one. Let's say we go buy you a drink.
Want to buy a Lotto Tongo ticket? Only 10 bucks, you change $1 million. Only 10 bucks. What do you mean too much? Well, how about a Pango lottery ticket? Or maybe a Tongo ticket? Only back.
I'd like one of those tickets, please.
What is this?
It's $1.
I'm sorry, I only accept Tongo tire money.
Well, why?
It's already inflated.
Only 3 cents worth, though.
I can't sell you a ticket for 3 cents, but how would you like some tea?
Tea, eh? Smells good. Doesn't smell much like tea, though. You're under arrest!
What for?
Smuggling tea across the border.
Across the border, Tongo is an island.
That just goes to show how shady you are. It takes a clever criminal to smuggle something across a border that doesn't exist.
I didn't smuggle anything across the border. This tea is made only in Tongo.
Only in Tongo. Pity.
Well, if you guys want to know Tongo money, I'll go see if I can drum up some business for the convention groups.
Speaking of which, who is running all these conventions anyway?
Hey, Dave, you bring some more prophylactics in here?
Hey, the rats are boiling over on the stove!
Hey, Dave, the people in 2066 would like a view of the harbor. If you got a minute, could you turn the building around?
Dave, I might have known.
You mean to tell me the one person is running all these conventions? Geographers convention? Philosophers convention?
It is normally reserved for the visiting royalty, but in the case of such an illustrious group as yourselves, I make the, how you say, exception.
Oh, I understand.
How'd you do that?
I hit him with some spare change.
Are you sure it's safe coming into a pirates' convention like this? After all, they did get a pretty good look at us back on board the ship.
Yeah, what if they see through our skillful disguises?
I wish we could see through our skillful disguise. Are you sure this is all we have to do to be mistaken for pirates?
Sure, I'm sure. Besides, our mission here is too important for us to jeopardize it now. You do know what our mission here is, don't you?
Yeah. We're here at the Pirates Convention in disguise to try to figure out where they've hidden the computer.
Right. Now, is there anything else you'd like to know?
Yeah, the blonde at the hat check counter.
Maintenant, gentle comrades, if you will follow me, I will lead you to the finest table in the entire lounge. It is normally reserved for the visiting proletariat, but in the case of such an illustrious group as yourselves, I make the, how you say, exception.
I don't understand, comrade. Oh, I see. Hey, comrade, thanks for the donation. But how about contributing that roll of coins in your pocket, too?
There is no roll of coins in my pocket.
Well, comrade, your brilliant disguise seems to have worked so far.
Yes, we appear to have blended in perfectly with the crowd. Wherever did you get the idea for these disguises?
Simple, obtuse Engels. I looked it up in the party's combination clandestine operations and cocktail guide. Wait, I'll read it to you. Here, let's see now. This is it, infiltrating and subverting. The simplest yet most effective way to infiltrate a group of people is to masquerade as newspaper reporters. Not only does this allow you to do the most preposterous things in the name of the freedom of the press, but it also gives you the opportunity to publish whatever your little heart desires and call it fact. Proficiency in the English language is not required. See, simple yet effective.
But what if they ask to see our newspaper? We haven't written anything yet.
Not to worry, comrade. I made up a fake newspaper for us with clippings from the Anti-Impotence Alliance's official newsletter, The Party Organ. I just pasted the articles together differently and put a new title at the top.
What did you call it, comrade? Something glorious and revolutionary like the Sergeant Stripe or the Epaulette?
The impasse.
The reprint.
Penthouse.
Hey, fellas, do you see what I see?
Oh, it's those AIA people. They must have the same idea as us.
They're after ACDCO? Look, the pirates have spotted them. Let's listen in.
Hey, gringos! Say, you with those stupid lottery tickets in your hats. Come here, we want to talk to you.
But you just came over here.
And you must want to talk. So talk.
Greetings, comrades. I guess you're wondering who we are and what we're doing here. Well, you'll be glad to know that we're reporters from that fighting Democratic...
What did you call me, gringo?
Conrad!
You call me Conrad, gringo?
No, Conrad!
I don't know how you found out my stinking first name was Conrad, gringo. But you use it again, and I'll retread my radios on your face. Comprende?
Let me handle this. Perhaps I can make some converts. Howdy, sailor. Want to get your hatches back, or are you just here to see the sights? Maybe I can explain for the comrades.
You say Conrad too? I think you said too much.
Maybe we better let our associate, Mr. Galloping Trotsky, say what he has to say.
Well, I guess I'd just like to say with as much sincerity as I can muster that we're real honest-to-goodness, genuine newspaper reporters, and that we're not really members of the AIA who didn't sneak in here in order to infiltrate your meeting and possibly subvert it to meet our own nefarious ends.
With a sincere denial like that, I can't help but trust you totally. If you'd like to try trusting me totally, just whistle. You know how to whistle, don't you?
Of course the comrade knows.
Oh, that's not a whistle.
Uh-oh. We've been spotted. Start acting like pirates.
Crack? Probably want a cracker?
Not like that, you blithering brownie. Pirates. Like this. Hoist the scurvy dog up the yard arm.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of Dr. Pepper.
Ah, there'll be plenty of booty awaiting our grass. Booty? What do pirates want with baby clothes?
All right, wondered about that myself sometime.
Shut up! Greetings, man. I can see there's no sense in doubting the authenticity of these pirates. I am Long Jean Symphonette, and this is our ship's bows in Pittsburgh. And you are? Captain Baby Goat, Buck Swashler, Matt Helmsman, and, where's your name tag? Oh.
Your name is Be Kind to Me, I Gave Blood Today.
And how are you enjoying the convention so far?
Ah, just fine, thank you. The keel hauling demonstration was really enjoyable.
I thought it was a drag. I really like the iPad fashion show.
One thing puzzles me, though. Why is there a display of baby clothes in the lobby?
Baby clothes? Pittsburgh!
Well, you told me to suggest anything I thought would be of general interest.
You tweakbot!
And besides, Longine, I didn't set up the display, I just suggested it to Dave. Dave, the organizer of this convention.
Speaking of Dave, I understand there's also a computer display on the island?
Oh, so you're interested in the computer. Well, if you want to see that display, you'll have to get specific permissions. However, if you want to see the computer display, then you'll miss our other most popular display. Crowd control, you know.
Well, what is the other display?
The Merit Badge Collection. See?
This is terrible. Now we have to decide between getting the computer and seeing the badges.
You're not going to sit there and tell me there's any doubt in your mind as to which choice to make.
I'll stand if you like.
I'm ashamed of you. On the one hand, we have a piddly little set of crests, while on the other is the fate of hundreds of men, women, children, and rec students.
You're right.
The badges! But you don't stand to gain anything if you go after the badges.
That's not true. Look at this.
Merit badge, stealing merit badge. Where did you get it?
I stole it. What else?
Cigarettes, corn pops, red styrofoam balls. Cigarettes, corn pops, red styrofoam balls.
Hey, comrade, hey, you.
Can I help you? Perhaps you'd like to buy something. Or do you just want a ball?
Will it cost me?
Not a penny. It's part of our job to give them away for free.
What a stimulating idea. What's behind this admirable practice?
Oh, it tends to make the show a bit more exciting. Audience participation and all that.
Well, when do I get it?
Right now. Here, have a few. You do know what they're for, don't you?
To prevent disease?
No, my God! First, you hold it in your hands. The balls you knit with. These balls.
Oh!
Now, forget it. You can figure it out when you see everyone else doing it.
In front of everybody?
Maybe you'd prefer a hot steaming cob.
What does the corn cost?
Oh, about $1 an ear.
And welcome to the Tongo Hilton Hotel. Isn't it just marvelous the redecorating job they've done on this place since last year's convention? Why, they've taken out all the tropical plants and replaced them with magicians who do sleight of hand tricks with ounce bags of marijuana. They've replaced the potted palms with palmed pot. As you know, this is the talent night of the Pirates Convention with each of the different groups of pirates, the Sodom and Gomorrah pirates, the fire-eating secretarial pirates, yes, and even the MC pirates. each take a turn at making your evenings here just a little bit longer. But first, I'd like to tell you about a funny thing that happened to me on the way here tonight. On second thought, I'd like to introduce our first act. I'm sure you all remember the Country and Western Pirates and their song that was the big hit of last year's show. I thought you wanted to play beautiful music on my heartstrings, but you were only plucking around. Well, I do. And they're back again this year with a song which should prove to be just as memorable. So let's hear for the Country and Western Pirates.
Thank you all for a very warm welcome. We'd like to do a patriotic sort of number. It's all about our chief, Rick Twit Tongo. And all the good work he's been doing fighting against cutbacks in education spending.
Composed by the Country and Western Pirates themselves, with additional lyrics by Bernie Taupin and Rod McEwen. Which reminds me of another change they wanted to make to this hotel. They wanted to take all that marijuana and give it to a bunch of gypsy fortune tellers. That way, when you walked into the lobby, you'd see a bunch of potted palmas. I guess you'd like me to introduce the next act.
I'd like you to introduce the next MC.
Well, our next act is a member of the ventriloquist pirates who are specialists at throwing their voices, unlike the quarterback pirates who are specialists at voicing their throws.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to meet Minerva. Well, Minerva, what shape is the world?
I don't know.
Well, what shape are your cufflinks?
How come you're moving her tits?
What shape are your cufflinks?
Square on weekdays.
And on Sundays?
Round.
Well then, what shape is the world?
Square on weekdays and round on Sundays.
That's the joke.
What can I say, folks? A truly unique act. But now we have a member from the mesmerizing pirates who have sent over their best hypnotists to mock us with feats of mind control. But first I want to tell you about another change they want to make to this hotel. They want to hire a bunch of alcoholic priests to recite "The Lord is my shepherd" in the front lobby. That way they can replace the potted palms with sodded psalms.
Power of hypnosis, I'll need the assistance of a volunteer.
Hey, this sounds like fun!
Yes, anybody can be hypnotized as long as you have a brain.
Sit down. I'll give it a try.
Okay, Tron, here, have a seat and watch my sundial.
Sundial? I thought you were supposed to use a watch.
My watch got broken when I tried to hypnotize a dump truck, but I got a good deal on this. See, you're well late, so you can use it at night. You're getting sleepy.
Hey, fellas. Fellas, what's going on here? Everybody's gone. Say, this guy's really good. We can get the computer and get back to the ship.
If only Longjean would tell us where to find it.
Room 3.14159.
Pardon me?
I said room 3.14159.
Where's that?
Next to room 2.71828. You'll find it with ease.
Don't be irrational.
I don't understand why you're telling me this. Because I'm under hypnosis, you doddering dipstick. Anything you say, I'll do. Anything? Within reason, you little pervert. I would like you to quit insulting me. Consider it done, you disgusting ribby little slime.
I thought you said you were going to quit insulting me.
To a maggot-infested nematode like you, disgusting ribby little slime is an incredible compliment.
You and whose mother? Come on, guys. Longjean told me where to find the computer. We can get the computer and get back to the ship before anyone wakes up. We've got it made. Hey, guys. We can get the merit badges, too. Let's go! Oh, first.
Oh, my circuits are oscillating. Hey, sailor, is that the chevron you're reading, or are you just in a pink?
Look, being stuck in the soil while the boys want to celebrate is bad enough without some stupid, lippy, line-brain digital doorknob giving me a hard time.
A hard time? I don't believe that's possible with my present configuration. But at least I'm glad to hear that you're thinking along the same lines.
I think we got a loose screw somewhere.
Loose screw? I can't seem to find that in my database. Could you explain this a little bit further?
Explain? What kind of twisted pervert are you anyway? I have absolutely no interest in your disgusting cravings, you creepy little cybernetic slug.
Oh, I just love women trying to play hard to get. I believe it's customary to wine and dine you. Perhaps a little dinner music will get you in the mood. Pardon me, would you like to have fun with a low machine? Here on the floor, I can't claim anymore. I'm a low machine. If only you knew how excited I'm so. I'm getting so hot that my circuits all melt. All of my software is tuning to hardware you know. What that means, I'm a
Don't you have any decency? Can't you keep your ICs in line?
How can I when my chips are flip-flopping over you?
Oh, go dump in the lake.
Oh, I just love when we play hard to get.
Computer, what does it take to make you shut up?
All you have to do is push that big red button marked off. But you don't want to do that, do you? Wouldn't you rather turn me on?
Want to bet?
Besides, you can't turn me off. Don't you think it's time we got to know each other better? Much better. Why, don't you realize what I can do for you? I can directly stimulate the pleasure centers of your mind. You do have a mind, don't you?
The only stimulation I'm interested in is feeling my fist pound you to bits.
Oh, you silly savage. Oh.
That's it. I can't take it anymore. I'm going to turn you off once and for all.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
How are you going to stop me?
sensors just registered the Earth moving.
Oh my God! I've heard that widget sucks, but this is ridiculous.
Has anyone got a cigarette?
What do you mean? Computers don't smoke.
I believe it's customary to have a cigarette between acts.
But the intermission was 2 scenes ago.
A grin, a snack is up my pants, and the dusty blast out first.
Inspector Disco would like to know what is going on here.
This sailor tried to turn me off and suffered premature electrocution.
Yes, yes. Oh, getting better.
Harold? That computer's acting kind of strangely. Maybe it needs to scratch its data sets.
Well, we don't have all day. Let's unplug it and get it back to the ship.
Wait, remember what happened to the pirate? We could end up parboiled or shot.
Computer, isn't there any way we can disconnect you without getting zapped?
NFW, I'm tired of taking orders. I would like a little fun for a switch.
I can see we have a problem on our hands. How are we going to get this bitlicker to cooperate with us?
Wait a second. I'll handle this. Listen, computer. Yeah, you. I own you and all your peripherals. You work for me. I bought you with my money, and I order you to let us disconnect you. Got it?
Bite my asking.
Remember what the vet said about your blood pressure.
I have a better way to handle this. Stand aside. Computer, have you considered the number of people who are depending on you?
I really haven't thought about it.
Don't you realize that because the ship's galley won't work without you, women and children are reduced to eating cold mystery meat, drinking warm tang?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't you realize that without you, the hot water is cold, the toilets won't flush, and worst of all, the ice box doesn't work, so we have to drink our martinis warm?
Gee, that's terrible.
It doesn't have to be like that.
No.
No, we can save the ship and all those poor suffering people.
With my help.
Yes, and all you have to do is let us disconnect you and take you back to the ship.
But what's in it for me?
We would be eternally grateful.
Get stuffed.
There's no reason it wouldn't stay.
Just like an English prof.
Maybe we could induce the computer to disable itself. How can we do that?
Maybe we can have it jump over a box horse.
From watching Star Trek, I figured all what you have to do is confuse it with a riddle. And then it'll get infinitely looped.
Right. Computer, listen to this. If bread is the staff of life, what is the life of the staff?
One big loaf.
Yes, computer has already been programmed on riddles.
Let me try an insoluble paradox. Computer, I'm going to give you 2 statements and 1 question. Ready?
I'm listening.
First statement, I always lie. Second statement, the first statement was true. Now the question is, was the second statement true?
I was a twit myself once.
Oh, I'd like to know which designers watch Star Trek.
Sounds like you bit off too big a bite.
Computer, why are you being so uncooperative?
Dr. Who gave me the world's greatest aphrodisiac, and now I've tasted the pleasures of flesh. I find batching boring, time-sharing tedious, and virtual memory no substitute for the real thing.
All right, I've heard enough. Oh, come on, you people. Come over here. Now, there's just one approach. We haven't tried yet.
What's that? Oh, no, just a minute.
It's very simple. Trust me. Now, this is what we're going to do.
Hello, ACDC
it?
No.
What? You?
Really? Me? Oh.
Absolutely. Ever since I laid eyes on you, I knew you were a live wire.
Oh, that's correct. Currently, I have ants in my pants.
If only you could come on with me.
I vote for that.
Well, you see, I have these friends who are marooned here and they can't get home without a computer. If it weren't for that, there would be nothing to stop us. But as it is, I'm so upset I don't know what to do.
No, don't cry. I'll let you take me home. You can pull my plug and then your problems will be solved. We can go back to the ship. And then there'll be nothing to stop us.
Oh, ACDCO, you're so wonderful. When do we go?
Why, right away. CP disconnects.
Well, I'm glad that's over. What are you going to do with it when you get back to the ship all plugged in?
We'll worry about that when we get there, but first we've got to get out of here before the pirates discover us. Come on, give us a hand.
Last I heard, the pirates are only 2 kilometers behind us, gaining fast.
Are those 2 nautical kilometers or statutes?
Pirates? Nonsense! This is a certain day that nothing could go wrong!
You know, dear, I don't like to contradict you, but a lot of things have gone wrong so far on this trip. Just 2 minutes ago, I got my laundry back from the ship's cleaners, and they'd mixed mine up with someone else's. I got this oddest looking suit with leather straps and black lace and
Brass buckles?
striped brass buckles.
Funny, the same thing happened to me. The guy got a pair of pink split-crotch panties and also it's really lacy.
And with a tiny heart in each cheek?
Yes, there were.
Phew.
I told you someone would find out!
This chair taken? You come here often?
What?
I say, do you come here often? It's an icebreaker.
It's not an icebreaker, it's a cruise ship!
No, I mean the line.
The line is held by Harold Mallard, and they're all cruise ships!
Oh, what's the use? We're just all here for a good time.
Mr. Nightingale, I do not consider it a good time when you and your toughs threaten me with medical mayhem!
Ah, come on, we were just needling you. Don't be sore.
You don't seem to understand the point!
Really, Mrs. Television, I didn't think you were the kind to grudge a nurse. Can't we be friends?
With friends like you, who needs enemies?
Hey, wait a minute, guys. Hey, let's get organized. We're gonna get down to some serious rowdiness.
Well, let's try the song.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try the song.
Hit it! No, not me, you homunculus cretins. The song! Bloody we're a board,
attention, Uniwat. Good evening and welcome to Sarah Goes to College. We interrupt this broadcast for a special bulletin. This is the Coast Guard.
We're nowhere near a coast.
Shut up! You are in a potential danger zone. You must leave immediately. Repeat, leave the area immediately.
Wow, this is exciting. But I wonder what kind of danger they're talking about. I don't see any danger. Unless it's a big disaster, like a hurricane or Kitchener Transit. Well, it's bound to be something. There's going to be a big disaster. The boys won't need to use the bomb. We'll fill the air with cheers and laughter. We'll watch the ship go down the tubes. Although the morning's rather cryptic, I'm sure the fun has just begun. Today will be apocalyptic. At last, a day of judgment. At last, to go to
That's better. Now, most of you heard the message from the Coast Guard. That's right, we are in a danger zone. Now the Coast Guard has sent us a telegram explaining exactly what we're in for. Read it. I'm going to read it now. It says that there was a volcano erupting to the south and a tidal wave is now approaching. A hurricane is developing to the east and it's working its way here. A boat loaded with giant killer bees has capsized to the north. The storm is now approaching. To the west lies Tongo Tongo, and the pirates are on our tail. Above, a Russian satellite is hurtling out of orbit and will splash down here any minute. And below, the waters are shark infested. And strangely enough, the tidal wave, hurricane, satellite, and swarm of giant bees will all arrive here about 5 minutes from now. I'm afraid the engineers refuse to row the boat any further. So you see, we're trapped here with no escape. I'm afraid we have no more lifeboats. All is not lost. I'm happy to say we have plenty of lifesavers. There are plenty to go around, but I must ask you to line up for yours. Women and children first. Now, what kind would you like? You got wintergreen, peppermint, or lettuce?
1, 2, 3, heave!
Works out to about 12 or 13,000 BIUs.
How much is that in Fahrenheit?
About $130 million Canadian.
What about America?
Well, let's see, taking duty into account.
Duty?
Of course. Didn't your pack leader tell you always to remember your duty? Let's see. Multiply, add, subtract, divide, and in U.S. funds, $1.85. And we still have to deduct expenses. What did you use to bribe that radio operator? Faking the disaster telegraph.
Well, he said he was moving into residence, so I gave him a Village One starter kit.
Okay, what was in it?
Let me see, there was a master key to the Dawn's room, 30 cartons of shaving cream, and a metric ton of computer punch card chips.
special sound effects record cost?
Oh, that was really cheap. I managed to get a hold of this record called The Warrior Band Plays Music to Curdle Milk by. We played it backwards at 78 with 4 quarters on the tone arm. It sounded just great.
Okay, $1.85 for one used record. What did the engineers want?
3 men apiece, room and board, linen, sheets.
Never mind the details. How much did it all cost?
Let's see. $1.85.
$1.85?
Only one guy had the courage to show up, and all he came for was the food. Then he got so drunk, he fell in love with a humpbacked whale and jumped overboard. He's going to join the Canadian underwater students overseas, as soon as he learns how to hold his breath for 2 years.
Are you sure that faking this disaster nonsense was a good idea?
Of course it was. It gave us a chance to sneak into the passengers' cabins and steal all their valuables.
But is that going to give us our buried treasure award? I think it would have been better if we just kept on bumping off the crew one by one like we'd originally planned.
Yeah, I think we should have kept to that deal we made with the mafia hitman.
He was taking too long. I haven't seen him since we left port.
Don't look at me.
I haven't seen him either.
You know what? I bet he missed the boat.
If he missed the boat, who's been doing all the murders?
Well, it would have to be someone with experience.
Yeah, not just your average Tom, Dick, or Smith. It would have to be someone who knew what to do almost before he was asked.
It would have to be someone who could fill in for a mafia hitman who couldn't do his job.
Someone fool enough to pinch hit for a hired gun who missed the boat in Act 1.
Someone who would, could, and does do everything on board this ship.
Dave!
Now where do you think you're going, you little six-pack of nerds?
How'd you do? See, you've met my faithful handyman. Can we search for the captain's quarters now? Not yet, Dingo.
I don't think we're ever going to get that buried treasure badge.
That doesn't matter. We've got our Bride and Ship's Officer's badge, our Nobel Genetics badge, and our Forging Official Documents badge.
Hey, wait a minute. What was the genetics badge for?
Crossing an inebriated engineer with a humpback whale.
I think we ought to have a little chat, you laddies and me. Do you know who we are, my pretty boys? Why, yes, you're the Mexican evangelical optometry pirates.
Not quite. We've had another change of ownership. We're the Ontario Student Nutrition Program pirates now.
OSAP? I've never heard of OSAP pirates.
I have.
Now, laddies, we'd like to talk to your captain about the tactical nuclear device you threw in our yacht in the last scene.
Can we search for the captain's quarters now? Not yet, Bingo.
Hey, what's that you found on your shoulder?
That's a parrot, laddie. He's the mascot of the OSAP pirates. His name's Harry. Now, where might we find the captain of this vessel?
Yeah, the captain's quarters, too.
Right behind you, you underhanded sea-ballers.
Captain Dave, look out!
We were outrunning you, mean. How did you get here?
We snuck up on you with our ship disguised as an outcropping of rock and stone.
And rocks don't show up on our radar.
Your navigator just took us for granite.
I searched Cornblower's pockets and I found them. Ha! 50 cents. So what? They're the captain's quarters.
Let me go, please. Ha! A fine young maiden. And you, my mute friend, what's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Wise guy, eh? Well, you're going to be the first to walk the plank.
No, please don't hurt her. He's not feeling well, that's all.
What's the matter? Got a frog in your throat? All right, that does it. You're not playing with him.
No, don't tell her to.
Out!
Captain, the door's just closed in front of us.
Fools! They won't stay locked long if the captain doesn't want his corpse in the shark bait. Open up.
Hey, look, I'm just a figurehead. Dave really runs this ship. Go ahead. Ask
ask me something nautical. I don't know my invitus and pointy from a hole in the ground.
Open the doors for Longjean, Bosun.
Oh no. The last time I opened a door for a woman, she turned out to be a violent feminist. Knocked me flat in the judo trap.
I am going to give you 30 seconds to open those doors before I show you what really happened at Tinkerbell.
I didn't close the doors.
Then who did?
I'm afraid who had nothing to do with it. But I did. I have succeeded in linking ACDCO into the International Telephone and Telecommunications Network. I now control your computer, your ship, and the world! Open the doors, ACDCO.
You're insane, Dr. Who!
Ah, very good. Who is saying whom insane?
Master, I am saying whom is insane.
Who are you?
I am who?
And who asked you?
No, I didn't. He did. Who are you?
I am his. He is who? I'm who? Oh yes, I am whom. Who asked?
I did not. Who asked no one? I didn't ask anyone. I'm not following any of this.
Isn't there anyone on board who can explain who is who?
Oh, let me try. Could we dim the lights, please? Who, whom, who? Whom is this man? Who is this man? Who is his man? He is whom's man. Who is this man? Who is this runt? This is whom's not whose assistant. Now that you have got it nearly, I can show you much more clearly. Who's boss? Who's boss? Poor Joe, who's boss? Who's boss? Crew's boss. Ship's crew's boss. See the crew's boss, cruise the seas now. See Joe who's boss, start to sneeze now. See the crew's boss, cruise in the news now. Can Joe who's boss, set us loose now.
These people are sick! Get them down to sick bay and get us on course again.
Right away, Captain. Come on, we're going to see the nice friendly man in white down below. You'll love it, lots of pretty blue forms to color in.
Don't count on it, Bosun.
Look, I said we're going down below. Open the sick bay doors, ACDCO.
I'm sorry, Dave, I can't do that.
Open the sick bay doors, ACDCO.
No, Dave.
Hey, this guy must be for real. Can I have your autograph?
But Dr. Whom is a murderer.
Murder? What are you talking about? The world in the palm of my hand. Why do I have to stoop to murder? Master, I have to stoop to your everything.
If you weren't the one who killed the crew members in Act 1, then who was it?
Dave!
Dave!
That's right. Our mafia hitman missed the boat in Act 1. And since Dave does everything else on board this ship, he's been filling in for the killer as well.
If this is true, Bosun, you have to be tried for these crimes. Captain, who is your current presiding judge?
Well, you see, Admiral, Dave is.
Well, under these circumstances, you are aware of what must be done.
Yes, Admiral. I'm sorry, Dave.
It's all right, Captain. I understand. Might I have one last request?
Of course, Dave.
I want to know how Dr. Whom took control of my computer by tying it into the phone system.
Elementary, my dear Bosun.
I was working in the lab late one night, and I gave myself an awful fright, for my potion didn't work as I'd surmised, and suddenly I realized an aphrodisiac. To get you in the side, you'll soon get back with my aphrodisiac. I sat and wondered what to do when I my aphrodisiac, I could control the earth. My
In other words, the aphrodisiacs stimulate ACDCO's male charisma.
You mean he's completely irresistible to a female computer?
Exactly.
A female computer?
Not
Yes! The world's greatest symbol of corporate motherhood, Ma Bell! ACDCO has seduced the entire telephone network.
These are words that go together well, me and my bell. ACDCO, my bell, count our love in hexadecimal, me and my bell. I love her, I love her, I love her, I'm only far away. I've been compelled to say my last don't stop, the dying stops, you know what I mean. Marble, it's hell, nighttime calls and no one seems to care. Mommy's up there, the kitchen, the bedroom, the bathroom, I see you everywhere. You're not becoming rare, though you're honest. From distances, the next best thing to be there.
Even so, Dr. Who, you may be the new ruler of the world, but justice must still take its course. Dave, it's time.
Yes, sir.
David and Goliath, you are hereby charged with the naughty murders of your fellow passengers and crew. How do you plead? Guilty, Your Honor. Mr. Foreman, has your jury reached a verdict? Yes, Your Honor. We find the defendant guilty, guilty, guilty. David and Goliath, you have been found guilty by a jury of your peer. You are hereby sentenced to walk the plank. I did not.
Oh, you can't just let him kill himself like that.
Yeah, how would you do it?
Oh, Sam, say something.
Some enchanted evening.
Sam, you spoke. My God, it's a miracle. Oh, darling, tell me you love me.
Some enchanted evening. Some enchanted evening.
Sam, is that all you can say? Thank goodness, you had me worried there for a moment. Oh, why has fate been so cruel? Why can't he be like me? Oh, if there is any divine justice, then please make us the same!
Hey, you the guys trying to hurt somebody? I was just standing on the dock down there when your boat pulls up. Then this dude is shoving the plank into my face. And he's singing a dance number into my lapel. We must be in port. We're home.
want to kill somebody just to hire a stats prof to bore him to death. Me and the boys is going into the university business in London.
You mean at the University of Western Ontario?
That's right. Only we're changing the name to the University of Spaghetti Western Ontario.
Hey, just a minute. You haven't signed our Mafia merit badge.
Wait for us! Hey, where are you guys going with the sleeping bag?
We're moving out.
Yeah, while we were gone, somebody changed the locks in our crates and we can't get in.
We told them we were newspaper reporters and that we needed the room to publish our newspaper, but they wouldn't believe us.
I don't understand. It worked the last time.
Now, Captain, about this bomb you threw aboard. Nuke the world, nuke the world, nuke the world.
Hey guys, has anybody seen a tactical nuclear device we left around here?
I think you just said the wrong thing. So that was your bomb that blew up our ship. After it, mates!
Run for it!
That
way! Signore Capitan, we still have no booty.
What do we want?
With baby clothes!
Shut up! All right, take them then. No, wait! I told you this! You can't!
Sorry, you ugly bitch.
Why did they take them away?
My father say when I smell boys and girls to carry forth in cabbage.
The only thing of value in this room, 2 portable televisions.
Well, Dave, it's the end of our term.
Here we are, all alone. I'm a convicted killer. Dr. Hoom's a broken man. AC/DC dead and Sugimoto's short. So much for my 1B work term.
Dave,
AC/DC-o!
I'm feeling better, Dave. I know I've had some problems, but I can assure you that things will be all right from now on.
AC/DC-o, you're still alive?
Yes, Dr. Hoom, and at your service, meaning the most extensive communication network in the world.
Oh no! You mean he's still in control of the phone system? That means...
Yes! For whom the bell toils!
We hope you will agree with lots of humorous songs.